A very good morning and welcome to this edition of Visual Radio on Yes 101. Bringing you the news, I'm Sharanya Bevikrama. We start off with your headlines.
News First headline.
Making headlines this morning, Sri Lanka commemorates 15 years of civil war victory. Nation salutes fallen war heroes at Battaramulla War Hero Memorial. Landslide warnings issued in multiple districts. NBRO teams return to Alla's Malitigolla to assess landslide risk. Former Ambassador Udayanga Veeratunga hints at Parliament dissolution date. In news overseas, Israel pushes into new parts of northern Gaza, recovers slain hostages. In sports, Chelsea WSL champions again, but chasing pack closing in. On to your news in detail. The 15th commemoration of Sri Lanka's civil war victory will take place this afternoon. The commemoration will be held at the Battaramulla War Heroes Memorial. The Prime Minister, Triforce commanders, IGP and war heroes are scheduled to participate in this event. Relatives of former fallen war heroes will also join this commemoration. Meanwhile, in conjunction with the 15th National War Heroes Day, 3,146 sailors of the Navy have been promoted. Moving on to your weather news. Today, landslide warnings have been issued to multiple divisional secretariats. Warnings were issued to Badulla, Colombo, Gampaha, Kalutara, Kandy, Kegol and Ratnapura districts. Meanwhile, the Irrigation Department says that sluice gates of 4 main reservoirs have been opened. The Director of Hydrology Unit, SPC Sugishwara, said that sluice gates of Udavalava, Angamua, Rajangane and Polgolla reservoirs have been opened due to the prevailing weather conditions. Meanwhile, a team of specialists from the National Building Research Organisation is scheduled to return to Malitigolla in Ella today for further evaluation of the landslide-prone areas. This follows recent concerns due to heavy showers. A senior geologist at the NBRO, Gamini Jatisa, said the team is leaving to identify potential hazards arising from the current showery conditions. Due to the prevailing showery conditions, the Ella-Vallavai road was closed again last night. This closure was due to reactivation of landslides. However, the road was reopened for traffic this morning. In more of your local news, speculations are swirling about the possibility of an early election in Sri Lanka. Discussions are ongoing regarding whether Parliament will be dissolved before the presidential election. Against such a backdrop, former Sri Lankan ambassador to Russia, Udayanga Veeratunga, who is considered to be a close associate of the Rajapaksa family, yesterday weighed in on the conversation, suggesting that Parliament could be dissolved on or after the 14th of June, potentially leading to a general election in the first week of August. He said, quote, "Since recently, the President's party and the SLPP have held several rounds of political talks. The main matter discussed at the latest meeting was that Parliament will definitely be dissolved."
International news.
Moving on to your international news, Israeli troops and tanks pushed in to parts of a congested northern Gaza Strip district that they had previously skirted in the more than 7-month-old war, killing and wounding dozens of Palestinians, according to medics and residents. Israeli forces also took over some ground in Rafah, a southern city by the Egyptian border that is packed with displaced people and where they launched this month's incursion.
Sports news.
In your sports news this morning, Chelsea may have won the Super League for the 5th year in a row, but the title race went down to the wire as the women's game continued its strong growth in the home of European champions England. Only goal difference separated Chelsea from second-place Manchester City after a thrilling season in which those two clubs set the pace, along with an Arsenal side who fell away in the run-in. And that's a wrap of your Visual Radio for this morning. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Sharanya Bevikrama. Thank you for watching.